Good day, everyone. Today we're going to discuss and share our insights or thoughts about the certain topics or question that was given by Sir Von to us. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, here's the first question. How Pakistan culture shape Pakistan English? So, for me, for my uh, insights, cultural context plays a pivotal role in shaping and developing a language or a variety. A new language variety that develops in a new cultural context encounters regional linguistic influences, which also determine its development and evolution, has revealed the reality by investigating the interaction of Pakistan English with the Urdu language. Thus, in the new cultural reality, Indian English as a variety of English developed to facilitate the local users. When the colonizers left the subcontinent, India and Pakistan came into being as two separate states in 1947. Pakistan English developed in the new cultural context.
So balik, how Pakistan culture shaped Pakistan English. So this was also said by William Moore just earlier. So there is a new language variety that develops in a new cultural context, encounters regional linguistic influence, which also determine its development and evolution. So according to Me Bob 2009, he has also revealed the reality by investigating the interaction of Pakistan English with the Urdu language, where his research findings show that Pakistan English came into being when the British colonizers came to that subcontinent. He further elaborates that Pakistan English has been developing constantly since the separation of the subcontinent in 1947 by borrowing Arabic vocabulary from the Urdu language. So, in this way, cultural circumstances change the shape and form of a language.
Culture context plays a pivotal role in sharpening and developing a language or its variety. A new language that develops in a new cultural context encounters regional linguistic influences, which also determine its development and evolution. Pakistan English has been developing constantly since the separation of the subcontinent in 1947. Pakistan English has linguistic features which many speakers of British English find it hard to understand.
So, since English enjoys a superior status in Pakistan not only as official language but also an important medium of instruction, so Pakistani English is heavily influenced by Pakistan's regional languages as well as English of other nations. Many words or terms from Urdu, which is or such as Commerbond, have entered the global language and also have found in Pakistan. So, the contact between Urdu and English started from borrowing of vocabulary. This act of borrowing was mutual as a result of the bilingualism and borrowing of English into local languages. Notably, Urdu was extended to larger units than borrowing of words.
All right. So in my own insights also on how Pakistan culture shaped Pakistan English is that the cultural context of Pakistan shapes and influences the development of Pakistan English. A specific variety of English which is the Pakistan English, has evolved over time, borrowing vocabulary and morphological characteristics from local languages like Urdu, Arabic, and Persian. So the colonial history, that is the separation of India and Pakistan in 1947, and the cultural influences on Pakistan English have resulted in linguistic differences between Pakistan English and British English. So studying Pakistan English is important for understanding world Englishes and promotes linguistic diversity.
So, number one, how Pakistan culture shape Pakistan English. So, for me, English is the official language of Pakistan. The Pakistani variant of the English language is known as Pakistani English. The British greatly influenced the language, public administration, education, architecture, communication, and the political system, and system of government, thinking, and culture in the lands that Pakistan inherited.
Moreover, Pakistan's political and economic relationships with other countries, such as the United States and China, have also had an impact on the development of Pakistan English. English is widely used in business and politics, and many Pakistanis have been educated in English medium schools, which has further shaped the way English is spoken and written in the country. Overall, Pakistan's cultural, linguistic, historical, and socio-political factors have all contributed to the development of Pakistan English, making it a unique variety of English that reflects the country's rich and diverse heritage. And that's my answer at number one.
So thank you for your beautiful insights. So now let's proceed to the second question. So explain cultural specific interaction, or also known as interference in Pakistan English. So my own insight, interference in Pakistan English has four specific parts. First is interference of suffix action in Pakistan English. The suffix action has been used in the newspaper with nouns such as point. This interference is unique to Pakistan English as it gives birth to the word pointation, which implies to furnish someone with information. Second, interference of local prefixes and suffixes in Pakistan English. The words such as the shape, the load, and even genre are unique neologism of Pakistan English. The derivational morphemes also tend to merge with Urdu or any other local language bases, and thus formulate new words. Third, interference of local productive suffixes in Pakistan English, much like those derivational suffixes, there are some other productive suffixes which also generously used in Pakistan English. However, the same suffixes are used in every restricted manner in the countries where English is a native language. And lastly, interference of local free morphemes, lexical morphemes from both regional languages and Pakistan. English also combined to make new words. This influence of the local languages has determined the shape of Pakistani English in a much more different um, names than British English. So that's it.
So, explain cultural specific interaction, or also known as interference in Pakistan English. So, according to Mehboob 2009, he also comes up with the same findings, which show the Pakistan English has the influence of Urdu, Arabic, and Persian languages which shape it as a specific variety of English. In short, these morphological interferences from the local have influenced the development of Pakistan English. So when the British colonizers came to the subcontinent, they introduced English as an official language of India. This policy decision entailed the interaction between the British Standard English and the local languages of India. Thus, in the new cultural reality, Indian English is a variety of English developed to facilitate the local users. So that's it.
Pakistan faces Akin conditions where learners are exposed to Urdu as national language and English as academic and official language. Within this confused sequential multilingualism, few achieve native-like accuracy or fluency, or both, while others fall to a prey to influence of L1 and L2.
So, one of the cultural specific interactions, or also known as interference of the Pakistan Englishes, is the interference of local prefixes and suffixes in Pakistan English or Pakistani English. So there are actually many words with this type of unique morphological structures which one can usually find in Pakistani English. However, these very words are unknown to the native speakers of English language. So, as what Mr. William Moore have stated, yeah, this is just the same. The words such as the shape, the load, and aventure are unique neologisms of Pakistani English. So, furthermore, or the derivational morphemes also tend to merge with Urdu or any other local language bases, and thus formulate new words. Morphemes in the cultural reality of Pakistan has formulated new words which cannot be found in the other varieties of English.
So, cultural specific interaction are also known as interference. So, it occurs when two languages interact in a new cultural reality, so leading to the development of a new variety of language. So, this process involves the transfer of morphemes from one language to another, or the adoption of new functions of morphemes based on the model of another language. In the case of Pakistan English, it has borrowed many lexical morphemes from Urdu and Arabic, which distinguish it from Indian English and British English. So it also discusses how Pakistan English has been influenced by Urdu language through interference. That's all.
So, the unique of Pakistan being a linguistically heterogeneous country is a composite of many cultures. The unique thing about Pakistani culture is its diversity, and it is because of this cultural diversity that people within as well as outside the country often encounters problems in communication, resulting in either communication breakdown or communication conflict. Whereas in case of communication conflict, misunderstanding can lead to actual friction between the interlocutors, can spring from differences that exist in cases of intercultural as well as intracultural communication, and can be the result of social linguistic transfer, which refers to the application of the social linguistic rules of a language. Nevertheless, communication breakdown can also be the result of using lexical items which differ in their cultural meaning.
In addition to vocabulary and grammar, cultural specific interaction can also affect nonverbal communication in Pakistan English. For example, Pakistanis may use more direct eye contact and physical touch during conversation than is typically in Western cultures. Overall, cultural specific interaction in Pakistan English reflects the unique blend of cultural and linguistic influences that shape communication in Pakistan. Understanding these cultural norms and linguistic nuances is important for effective communication in both personal and professional settings in Pakistan.
Let's move on to question number three, which is the last question. Discuss the features of Pakistan English and provide examples.
The lexical features of Pakistan English and its examples. So the lexical items from the regional languages have diversified the vocabulary of Pakistan English, in contrast with British English or other varieties of English. Most of these lexical items have entered PE from Urdu. There is a word Kachi Abadi, which PE has borrowed from Urdu. PE has naturalized this word completely. So there are both singular forms of this borrowed word in PE. So moreover, there are also other words of Urdu which PE has borrowed generously to enrich its vocabulary and thereby allow its speakers to express themselves conveniently in the Pakistan context.
All right. So, my learnings or my understanding for the lexical features of Pakistan English. Um, so, one of it is the traditional food item, which English speakers cannot talk about without borrowing their words from the local languages. In this social dilemma, Pakistani English has also borrowed from local languages to refer to these items of food. An example of these foods are the samosas, pakoras, and kachores, though it's actually not so known in our country, but yeah, it should be known or it's known internationally, which are being sold in the hot weather.
My insights about this question is that Pakistan English is enriched with lexical items borrowed from regional languages, particularly Urdu, due to the multilingual nature of Pakistani society. These borrowed words have naturalized in Pakistan English, allowing speakers to express themselves conveniently in the Pakistani context. So the examples include Kachi Abadi, which means illegally set up slums. Another one is the Urs, which means birthday anniversary of a saint. Another one is the Mehfil e Sama, that means a concert of Sufi music. And lastly is the Mushaira, which means a literary gathering where people recite poetry. So Pakistani English has also borrowed words for traditional food items, social identities, and vocal arts. These borrowed words add to the vocabulary and richness of Pakistan English, and allowing speakers to navigate their cultural context with ease. That is all.
Pakistan English has its own regional slang, particularly in urban areas such as Karachi and Lahore. Some examples of commonly used slang in Pakistan English include yar as friend, maza means fun, and samosa is a type of pastry. So, in formal situations, Pakistan English speakers tend to use a more formal style of English with a focus on correct grammar and pronunciation. This is particularly true in academic and professional contexts. For example, I have not yet received the report you promised would be a more formal way of saying, "Where's the report you promised?" So overall, Pakistan English has a unique blend of features that reflects the country's diverse linguistic and cultural heritage. That's all.
And that's it for today's video discussion. And before we end this discussion, I just want to say thank you for all of your different insights, answers about the given questions. So that's it, and have a nice day and God bless.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, sir. Bye bye.